Hey guys, welcome to the video, and today I want to talk about a game I recently played called Blossom Tales 2. I really enjoyed this game. It reminded me of Zelda Link's Awakening. I played Link's Awakening a couple of years ago for the first time, and I absolutely loved that game. Back then, I never played any of the 2D Zelda games, but after playing Link's Awakening, I craved more, which led me to playing this game. Now I know what you're about to say, Ludi, why didn't you just play Minish Cap or any of the other 2D Zelda games? Well, here's the thing. I only own a Switch at the moment, and I'm not subscribed to Nintendo Switch Online. Now, I haven't played any of the other Blossom Tales games, and I believe there's only 2. I saw this one on sale a while ago, and I had it in my backlog for quite some time. When I first booted up the game, I instantly fell in love with the beautiful pixel art design. I also really like how colorful this game is. First, I want to tell you a little bit about the story. You will start the story as Lily and Chris, her brother, are arguing, but your wise old grandfather breaks up the argument and tells you a story over a campfire. Your grandpa will tell you that the tale is about a mischievous Minotaur king and his young prince. The tale will start off by the 2 kids are woken up by their grandmother. Both siblings are named after Lily and Chris. It's the day of the Minotaur Moon Festival, and you are required to participate in games to collect coins. Chris will run off as he is excited for the festival. This leaves you playing as Lily. Once you've collected enough coins, you will be able to participate in a tournament. You will face off against your younger brother Chris in the finals, and you are clearly a much better fighter, but Chris will pretend to be injured and strikes Lily, cheating and winning the tournament. Lily wishes for her brother to be taken far, far away, and Chris is kidnapped by the Minotaur King. As she was just angry and didn't mean any actual harm, Lily sets out on a quest to do right by her wrongs and save her brother Chris. I really enjoy this story of sibling rivalry. Okay, so let's talk about the gameplay. I love the gameplay in this game, as the dungeons and puzzles all felt great, some being pretty easy and some being extremely difficult. But if there's one thing I love about these kind of games, it has to be the dungeons. The first dungeon has you solve puzzles, where you have to reroute pipes to align them to water tanks. I thought this was clever, as once you solve the puzzle, you'll be able to access the locked area, where you'll be able to flip a switch. I also really like how the dungeon plays with the water flow as part of puzzling and exploring the dungeon. The puzzles do get more difficult near the end of the game, where you enter the Minotaur's labyrinth. And that's where I feel like every piece of this game just clicks perfectly. It was a really enjoyable experience. I also really love the gadgets in the game, and they're a lot similar to the ones in Link's Awakening, like the boomerang or the yo-yo, which is basically like the hook shot. And speaking of similarities, this game knows it's a Zelda clone and has some great little Easter eggs hidden within the world and the story. My favorite little gadget has to be the remote that you get called the teleporter. Yes, the name says it all. You will teleport to the last location you marked, and I really fell in love with this thing. I had some really fun times platforming and solving puzzles. With these items, I always found myself backtracking to old areas, trying to discover a new part of the map, or finding caves and other locations spread throughout that I couldn't solve before. Another thing that had me exploring was these statues around the map, where you are required to place a fruit in them. Once you find and place the required amount of fruits, you will be rewarded with a heart piece. Next, I would like to talk about the combat scrolls you can find. When you find these combat scrolls, you will be able to take them to the dojo, where you have a choice to unlock a new ability. I really like this, as I thought it added variety to my sword combat. Before you unlock this ability, Lily and Chris will argue about which one to choose. You'll be able to choose from one of the 2. This also occurs in story and other dungeon options later. I also like this a lot. The last thing I want to talk about are the boss fights. Boss fights are good in this game, but for the most part, I did beat all of them in one shot, but I enjoyed all the mechanics. Anyways guys, that's it for me. I had a ton of fun with this game. I think it's a great game for anybody who loves Zelda. Let me know what kind of games you guys are playing down in the comments. Hit the like button, and if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.